Hey guys, it's Glenn from glenscarcollection.com, and today we're driving a Mclaren 720s. Now, I haven't driven a Mclaren 720s since 2017. I was able to drive, I think I was really the first YouTuber in America to drive one. I got one as soon as it came out. I was able to film one, and that video did really, really well. So for an in-depth view of the Mclaren 720s with about 10 different camera angles, check out that video. I haven't driven one since, and I owned a 570S for a little while, and this car is way faster than that car. This is a 4-liter twin-turbo V8 producing 710 horsepower. Well, why not 720? That's metric horsepower, and they deliver horsepower a little differently. They measure it a little differently. So their engines in Europe don't have more horsepower, it's just measured differently. So here it's 710, there it is 720 horsepower. Now my McLaren 570S, which is a 3.8 liter, where this is 4 liters, and you can feel the difference in torque and in horsepower. And this car is a Spider. We'll see that in a second. It gets very windy in here, so I'll take that, take the roof off. We'll go over everything in a minute. But first, we're gonna take it to some real cool back roads. Now this has aero, which is my 570S didn't. So it handles a lot better, a lot more confidence in the turn. It's superior anyway to the 570S. I won't kid you. I thought the 570S gave me 90% of the 720, it doesn't. But it's a lot cheaper. What's really fantastic about the 720S is just how smooth it is. Now the dual clutch will shift in automatic mode unless you press this manual button, which I have right here. And this is your climate control. Look, it even shows you with the helmet in your race car. So it just feels so exotic, this car, and it just does so well. Now going around turns, it's really handles phenomenal. Give it a little acceleration here. Wow. So you get up to illegal speeds pretty quickly. So that's probably the downside of owning owning an exotic car. It attracts a lot of attention. Everybody sees you, and you really can't do anything stupid because all eyes are on you. Special thanks to DCH Acura in Verona, New Jersey for providing this phenomenal car. Now we're driving in sport mode. There's track mode, which will kind of limit everything. So we're not gonna, as far as traction control, we're not gonna do that because it's not our car. This car is for sale. You can go right to DCH Acura and buy it today. And if I had the money, I would. And I think if I had a Spider version of my 570S or this car, I would have kept it. I think you get more of the sounds and the sensation of speed, because these cars are so good. Unless you really have acceleration like we just did there, you never get that sensation of speed. You know, 100 feels like 60. And that's how you get yourself in trouble with a car like this. Now, one thing you might not know about owning this car, you really got to press the brakes down hard. They're ceramic brakes, but it's almost like a race car. You will be moving forward at the light if you didn't realize, if you don't go 100% down on the pedal. You go 99% down on this pedal, so you really got to push it hard like it's manual brakes. Exotic car, nobody lets you go, everybody cuts in front of you, so just keep that in mind as well. You get a lot of mechanical noises here. There's not much sound deadening. So the good news about it, the bad news is you hear a lot of stuff, which I think is cool. The good news is it's a lighter weight car. It's about 3,200 pounds, give or take, from 3,186 to just over 32, depending how it's equipped. Now you do hear a lot of turbo noise, which is pretty cool. With the convertible top up, you can lower the back window to get a lot of sound. As you get into that turbo, this car scares you with the power. Now, there's nothing to be afraid about. McLaren has probably one of the best traction control systems in the business, and you could drive this car with confidence, trust me. But oops, lost my license plate. That's the thing, it accelerates so fast that you lose the you lose everything, your camera, your license plates. All right, so we're gonna take it out of manual mode, You always press active. Whatever your setting is, you do active. So now it's going to shift for itself. It does shift very smoothly. Obviously, it's going to put you in the highest gear for gas mileage. Let's turn around here so we can take some pictures and go over a couple of things. So the parking brake is, there's no manual brake obviously, so it's going to be right here. You push it down, and now we have our parking brake down. Did I do it right? And now you're going to keep this car in neutral. So that's what you do. You do neutral and then parking brake, and the brake shows up here. And these are all your screens here. You have heated seats. You can do quick cool, quick heat if you want. There's a slider bar here, so we can make it as loud and cool as we want. Here's your settings. So we're not going to take off stability control. This is your manual button, auto stop. So you got comfort, sport, and track. Best to drive it on the street, honestly. In sport, save the track for the track. Now, every time you have to do that, you just press active, and then essentially that confirms your selection. You have, what's this here? Is that your mirrors? I'm not sure if that's, yes it is. So it's a little hidden. I was looking for it on the left here, and you just go to the right so we can set our mirrors. When you drive an exotic car, that's like critical. If you don't have your mirrors, you got a problem, right? And then here, we're gonna look real quick. These are the convertible button, and then this is the raise down the window. So we can raise down the window right now, and now we'll hear a lot more noises when we drive it. We're gonna get some wind noise. Maybe we'll do that on the way back. And now we're gonna have the convertible come all the way down so we can take some pictures and look at the outside of the car. So I believe up and then press it down for down. And this is a sunroof to begin with. It's got the glass roof, so convertible with the glass roof. And now we are out in the open. And there we go, now we're done. And we're totally done now that the windows are down. So let's get out and take a look at the car. I will shut it off. The stop start button is right here. There we go. Keep your key in your pocket. All right, so here's the McLaren key, real easy. This is unlock, the McLaren symbol, lock, opening the front hood. Remember, we have the hood in front, very generous trunk space. Beautiful looking car here. We have the ceramic brakes, 720s, and everybody knows you bought the expensive one. This is all optional, the carbon fiber. So we have carbon, I hear a rooster. We have carbon fiber mirrors here, carbon fiber wheel. That's actually a very expensive option. I think it was like $6,000 on my 570s. So now the only beautiful rear end here, I think one of the best looking exotic in the business. This even acts as an air brake. When we brake, this will go forward. The engine, the only downside of the convertible that I could see is obviously you can't see the engine. On the coupe, you can. But if you could afford it, opt for the convertible. Beautiful car. Again, 4-liter twin turbo V8. And just an amazing, amazing car. All right, so let me show you how to open the door here. You just feel your hand here, and there's like a little thing that you press. You push it in, door comes up. These are your controls, I think, if you're going in tow mode. All right, so let's fall into the car. All right, now we're gonna start it. So we're gonna press the start stop button. All right. And get your warning stuff from McLaren. We're gonna put the top up just so you can hear me. Here we go, it's coming over us right now. And you're still gonna have the glass sunroof. Now the mirrors will go up, everything will go up. All right, roof is closed, so we're all done there. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put in drive, but first we're gonna take that parking brake, and here's the button right there, it went out. We can try to lower the window there for some sound. Now we can hear the engine a lot better. I know in the 650S and the 12C you could do that and you just basically smell gasoline. All right, so now we're gonna put it in manual mode and we're gonna activate that manual mode. So now I have to shift. And then last but least, we put it in drive. There we go. And drive will just give us one. It'll say 1A if we're in automatic mode. We're gonna put the windows up. The windows are up, right? Yeah. See, it sounds like the windows are down because we have that, we have the roof thingy down right there. That rear window makes a huge difference in sound, but you know, the air conditioner is not really going to overcome it here. All right. Oh yeah, You can really hear the sound now. Oh yeah, you can hear the sound, no problem. See how fast you can get through these turns? Don't go, bro. All right, this is excellent. I could drive this car all day. I just drove some other cool cars today, which you'll see, but I think this takes the cake for today's cars. So subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of these videos. It sounds so good. You gotta leave that window open. It sounds so amazingly good. Wow. Clem wants one of these. I gotta drive a 600 LT. I haven't driven that yet. All right, now hopefully none of those pieces of wood fall out when this guy accelerates. It can get a little confusing here between all that kind of buttons here in your menu. You gotta make sure you grab the right stock. Now this is like I talked about before, at least for my 570S, it was like a $6,000 option. When I was shopping used, I wanted the carbon fiber wheel and the paddles. Otherwise you get cheap plastic paddles. So if you're buying a 720S, this is the one you want because it has the carbon fiber paddles. That was a short light. That was a short light. This really feels you're on a race car. So you don't get like the Lamborghini sound, but you certainly get the kind of like Formula One kind of sound here. It does feel very exotic. So there's your turn signal there that we're signaling right. I'll take that off so you don't have to hear it the whole time. Here you have all your tire pressures. Now they'll actually tell you when the tires are cold. So if you have sticky tires, McLaren warns you, don't accelerate yet, that you need to have tires warm up. Okay, buddy. Who's in front? Sorry, buddy. Stay off your phone. All right, let's go. Every time we accelerate, so I'm gonna put that right here. That's how fast this car is. Usually the GoPro flies off my head. That's what would happen on my 570S. I couldn't actually have the camera on my head with some of the accelerations. Now this is probably one of the best cars you could buy. I think if you buy any car, you get a 570, a 720S, not a 570. My 570 had nothing on this car. Here you have aero, you got sound, you got everything. You got a little turbo whoosh, a lot of sound here with that back window open. Hopefully the wind noise is not too bad for you guys. It's actually very comfortable, it really is. Maybe we'll do one quick acceleration here. See the license plate come up? Wow. Got a lot of turbo spool. And the gearbox is the best. I think this is even better than Porsche P2K. That's how good it is. You can take turns at any speeds. Now we're gonna put it in auto mode. It's probably a little jerky in traffic. Fix my thing here. So now if we want to put comfort mode, just because we're sitting in traffic, we'll do comfort, and then we're going to hit active, always active. Now, how do we know we're in comfort? It tells us right in the screen right here. Now, a couple other observations. I feel like I'm very, very low to the ground. I feel like my feet are in a Skip Barber Formula Dodge or Formula Ford, that my feet are all the way up. Oh, I do. Do I miss my McLaren? Absolutely. Should I have gotten a 720S? Yeah, but I can't afford a 720S. I still cannot afford a 720S. All right, so what I'm going to do is just put this rear window down now because it's getting hot in here. Now in comfort mode, it's almost like a regular mode. It's a little bit stiffer. When you hit these potholes, manhole covers, you definitely feel the difference in stiffness, 100%. You know, again, it is an exotic car. See, now when I press the brake, it'll downshift for me, but I got to have all the way down for it to come to a complete stop. Oh boy. Got to watch these people here. And you know, that's downside exotic car. Nobody sees you. They'll hear you coming. But as far as seeing you, no. Now, what would I take for fastest lap on the track? I think I would take this car over the Ferrari. We did a 488 on this channel, an Aventador, a Huracan, my 570S, And I think for one lap at the track, I would take the 720S. For a date night, I would probably take this car too. For cars and coffee, probably, you know, the Lamborghini, because you can't kind of beat that sound and that theater that car gives you. But if you just want to drive around and have fun with your friends, this may be the car to do it in. If I could afford it, this car would be coming home with me tonight. So remember, guys, check out DCH Acura in Verona, New Jersey. They have not only new and used Acuras, but they keep about 80, I'll call Glen cars, which are basically sports cars, exotic cars, muscle cars in stock at all times. Just ask for Tim, the general manager. Tell him you saw Glen's video, and he'll hook you up with a great price on this or any other car. For my channel, guys, remember to like, share, and subscribe. You like seeing these videos? The more subs I get, you're watching anyway, the more subs I get, the more cool cars I can review. Thanks again for watching.